but it asked me what I wanted to record to. Okay, let's just start this all over here. I'm going to sit on the floor because that chair is rocking too much and it's going to drive me crazy. Let's start over. Here we go. If I sit on the floor, I'll be still and calm. I can get, a nice little, there we go. Welcome to our first Zoom in way too long. It's been crazy, so crazy. I'm happy to see you all. It's been a day here. I lost it at my children, like big old mama yell at my children. And then I walked out of the house and I walked around the house and calmed down, came back, asked their forgiveness, and we moved on with our night. But I've been reading this book, Get Over Your Darn Self, if we're going to talk about it. That's not the real title. So if you want to know the real title, oh, I love it. Kimberly's welcoming her honey home. What a cutie. I love it. So the book is excellent as far as this business. I feel like it helps so much with the basic, steps of this business. I'm listening to this book because I ended up getting it on Audible. I have the hard copy as well. I'm listening to this book going, these are steps and things I have done to get from the beginning to where I am now. And even some of the things she's talking about, I feel like, okay, these are some steps I need to take to get from where I am to where I need to go. So if you want to be a business builder in this amazing opportunity we have to help people, and I think she is the lady who's writing the book, her name's Romy. I think she's in skincare, which that's wonderful. And I think that people do need to take care of their skin, but think about right now the business that you all have in front of you and the possibility to help people and their lives. Think about that. Think about how, even if you're just starting, or if you've been in this a while, or you've been in this a long time, think about how your life has already changed and the steps that you have already taken to live healthier. The possibility is incredible, but just personally. But then we think about the business aspect of it and the potential that this has through helping others to build a business that I am sitting in proof that this business works. Okay? I'll just tell you that right now. I never in a million years thought it would be possible through a business on my computer, not knowing how to right click and post things to Facebook, that we would be able to buy a house. Okay? That is obviously, it's been a long journey and a long road, but it is totally possible. And you have to believe that. If you don't believe that about this business, then I don't know, you're going to keep getting stuck against the same spot. You're going to be that little, Mario that's stuck in his world and he hits a wall and he's keep going. Mario Kart, that's me, Mario Kart. I'm the person that runs into the wall and doesn't know how to get out of it. So you're going to be that person if you don't believe that this business truly can be something. Guys, I am not even up there in this business, and it has been something for my family. So I want to start tonight. And if you haven't read the book, I highly recommend you get this book. I would like to go over this book together in the next few weeks for our Thursday night Zooms. I do want to remind you that on Monday nights, Elizabeth is doing Getting Started Right calls. So if you have a new coach that comes on this team, you don't have to stress about that anymore. How great is that? I am so bad at getting started right. I feel like I'm all over the place, but she's offering us this tool that we can use. And then we'll plug them into some team trainings, okay? We have Triumphantly Abundant. There's some units in there. If you want someone to go at their own pace, we're going through some Team Abundant Life training right now that will be there in an album. I'm going to try and set it up so it'll be there for people. You can lead them through it. You have the tools in your coach office, but every Monday you can even tell a prospect, hey, this is a perfect Friday night. It's a perfect time to sign up because on Monday, my upline coach is going to be doing a Getting Started Right call, and you can join with me. Use the tools we have and be confident, but believe that this business can do something amazing. So we're going to go through this book together on Thursday nights because I believe there's some really great things I want to reiterate and bring out from the book and talk about, and we're going to be really hairy scary together, and we're going to get uncomfortable, and we're going to go and do things that we would think that are just oh, I can't do that, oh my goodness. And we're going to do it together, and we're going to be brave and bold and recognize that there are people out there that we get to help. and invite to this business, just like someone invited you. And it's worth it, guys. And like, I just feel this like re-energized surge of like, who's out there that's going to join our team this year? It's going to be amazing, right? It is. I have a goal. I'm going to tell you this right now before I even get, we're like running out of time already, but I haven't even started. I have a goal of getting 60 more coaches on our team by the end of this year. Ah! That's so scary. Like, that's a big goal. But I just believe that there are people out there that need to be a part of this, right? That need to be a part of this with you. Do you believe that? Guys, I'm so thankful for each and every one of you on this team. And I see some of you, Kim, oh my goodness, I'm so proud of you in the 80-day group. Like, for reals. So proud of you. And it's just like every day when I see your check-in, you are just doing your best and you are overcoming obstacles. Like, I love that so much. And I see all of you, like how far you've come. And I just love like Kimberly's trying to learn new things with social media, and just Amber's like, whoa, let's do this business. You know, I see you all out there learning and growing and taking steps. And you just keep doing that. Like, fail forward. And you don't have to know what you're doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. We just keep working on it. So why are you here? No, really, why are you here? We hear all the time, it starts with why. What's your why to this business? But really, if you don't have a why, what did I write down? If you don't have a why that's big enough to keep you going when it's hard, and when you're not seeing results, and when you're making $18 check or $0 check, and you're buying your Shakeology and you're feeling stuck in your weight loss, if you don't have a why big enough to keep you in this, then you're not going to. You're going to quit. And I see it all the time. And that's okay. Maybe this business wasn't for those people. Maybe they have something else that they're going to find and be passionate about. But you're here right now for a reason. So you need a why that's big enough and that's tied to something you really want, that's going to keep you going for that. And you know, my why has changed. When I started this business, my why was that I just needed something. I just needed something. I needed something outside of washing my floors and wiping dirty bottoms and, you know, buckling in car seats. I just needed something. I didn't care if I made money or not. I really wanted to, my first like drive was to be able to pay for my products because we literally couldn't afford them. I could not afford Shakeology. I could not afford my coach fee. I couldn't afford any of it. And basically my husband was like, well, if you can, you know, pay for your stuff, you can keep doing this. And so that was like my why, right? I started out with that why, and it was okay because it kept me going at first. It was enough to keep me in it, to set enough goals and to do what I needed to do to pay for my coach fees, to get my Shakeology, and to hit my first little goal, which was a big goal of Emerald. Okay, like it was enough to push me forward. If that was my why now, I wouldn't still be here. I'll just tell you that right now. That is not a big enough why to keep me in this business, because I would have been like, okay, fine. So I kept my Shakeology, you know, I'm doing fine, whatever. If that was my why now, I wouldn't be sitting in this house. I just wouldn't be. I wouldn't be, you know, pushing for new goals and setting a goal of 60 new people. Like, why would I need to do that? I just needed to cover that first, you know, whatever. So you have to keep reevaluating that why. It has to be something that is so tied to push you and drive you that you're going to keep going. So your why is going to change. My why has changed drastically, even recently. And I can't share all the details right now, but there's just a lot of changes in our life that could be coming. And we just don't know. And I mean, it's honestly, a lot of it is really up in the air. Things could go on for a while the way they are, or they could change in an instant. And we're just realizing that, but that's everybody's life. And even my husband, just in his job, as much as he loves teaching, he loves it so much. He is very passionate about writing, and he's a good writer. And you know what? My why is I have been able to find something I love and can be passionate about and can pour myself into, and that has changed me and given me community. And I want to see that from my husband because he has supported me so much. And now my why is tied to more than just myself and my own journey, and it's tied to someone else. And so I am so driven because I know that if I don't push now, then down the road when we need this income to be number one, it won't be there. But I know it's gonna because it's a big why. It's tied to some big things. And I just know that God can do this, and he can. I know he can. I've seen him do it. When I put in the work and I keep going and just keep that why so strong. So let's talk about our why. Have you ever written down your why? Like, really? Have you written it down on a piece of paper? Have you shared it with someone else? Have you gotten really like deep with it? Because it can't just be, oh, well, I'd like to, maybe be able to buy shoes for my kids and things like that's okay. It's good to have those goals. But I'm going to tell you right now, it can't just be about money. It can't. Because money's great and all that, but at the same time, like, it's not going to satisfy and fulfill us. It can be about the money, what the money can do for you. Like, it can be, because money does have, it is about growing a business, right? But what can we then do with the money? Not just that we make loads of money. Like, that's just, who cares? We're not Scrooge McDuck swimming through our bills. What then can you do with that money to further God's kingdom, to help others, to live more abundantly? It has to be about something bigger than that, than just the money. And it has to be deeply personal, like deep down in your soul. I've heard people say you have to why that makes you cry. You have to have a why that makes you cry. Yeah. I was at the Team Together Fit retreat, and I was talking to Allie a little bit about my why and my husband, and it did make me cry because I just think of how far my husband and I have come because of this journey in our relationship with each other. We used to fight every summer because he would be looking for a job, when he was off teaching, and we would be frustrated and in each other's business, and we wouldn't know how to work together. And we have grown so much because of how God has changed me and changed him through this business. God's used that. And our summers, we look forward to them being together now and not having to stress about him finding a job. And the fact that, if we have a vacation coming up, he'll just go Uber and we'll make a little extra, or I'll work a little harder. And, we don't stress like we used to. We're able to actually enjoy each other. And that's huge. So what's your why and what is it tied to? So I want y'all are going to have some homework, because this is not just, oh yeah, this is great, let's talk about our why. Yay! This is like, we're going to dig deep into our souls. And I'm going to write all these things down too. And I'm going to share with my accountability partners, and you can share with me, you can share with your coach, you can share with someone, in this business that you are close with, but we're going to do this together. First, though, people don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. I'm going to say that again. This is a Simon Sinek quote from Find Your Why. People don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. So why? Why are you doing this? People aren't joining me because I am, because I'm a Beachbody coach. There are lots of Beachbody coaches out there. I have people tell me all the time, yeah, I was with a coach, blah, 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 but I want to be with you. Why? Why do they want to be with me? Because of why I'm doing this. And a lot of times they'll tell me it's because of my why and because of what I've communicated. All right. I want you to write these things down, and you do not have to answer them now. Okay. And I'm going to put them in Team Abundant Life. So if you're like, I don't have anywhere to type it up, that's fine. Just listen and think a little bit. First question I want you to ask yourself is you're trying to figure out your why and even your purpose, and even like, why are you doing this business? Why are you here? Why are you here with us? Is it just to get healthy? That's great. Maybe that's your why at first, that you have to be a healthier mama and person so you can serve Jesus and help love your family better. It's a great why to start with. Eventually it has to go beyond that. But, that's okay. All right, so number one, what can you provide that others can't? What can you provide that others can't. I have people all the time, but I'm not you, Danielle. I'm not blah, 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 and I can't da, 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 da. Good! I'm so glad you're not me, because you get to serve and help people that I can't. I am too much for some people. Sometimes I scare people and overwhelm them. I've had people tell me that. Like, seriously, guys, be so happy that you get to be you, because you get to serve your people, the people God has for you to reach out to. I've had some people too that come in my group with another coach, and they'll just be like, ooh, that's okay though. They're not my people. You know, God has people for you to serve. So what can you provide that others can't? And don't say that you have nothing to provide or nothing to offer. My goodness, you are an amazing creation of an incredible God. You're made in His image for a purpose to help people. Whether you're introverted, extroverted, ambivert, whatever, you get to serve people, and you have something special. Figure out what that is. I was listening to a call today, and she's like, I ain't got no special talents. And yet I know this person personally, and she does have special talents that she gets to offer to people every single day. So really, what is that? Think about it. Answer that question, like for reals. You're going to write it down. Number 2, what do you want to be known for? What do you want to be known for? Think about that verse in the Bible. A good name is rather to be chosen than precious silver or something like that, than gold. A good name. What do you want your good name to be known for? I mean, that's something like, I think we should consider. What do we want to be known for? I mean, good, bad, and in between. What do people know me for? I have people tag me in Hot Mess Mama shirts all the time, okay? So yes, I am known as a hot mess mama, but then I also have people, who tag me in things that I think, oh good, I am communicating good things to people too. What do you want to be known for? Okay, think about that. That's a part of your why. How do you want to help people? Why do you want to help? Why, number 3, why do you want to help? I think that's a great question to think about. Why do we want to help people? I know that part of my reason for wanting to help people is knowing where I was. And if someone hadn't helped me, knowing where I would be right now. And I want to be able to be that person for somebody else. I want to see people living and thriving abundantly for Jesus. I want to see them not, I just see women beat down all the time. And I don't want that anymore. So why do you want to help? Because your purpose and your drive might be different than mine. And that is okay. You might have different struggles that you want to help people with. You might have fought through some things already or fighting through them, and you want to help people. I think of Johnny. She has certain weight loss struggles that I know she is passionate about. I know she wants to see women overcome these things. Those are unique to her, and she gets to help people with that. So narrow it down a little. You figure out these whys that you have, and you're going to be able to share better too. All right, and number 4. Are we on number 4? What are the reasons you are passionate about this business? What are the reasons you're passionate about this business? It can't just be the products, okay? Because, I don't know, the products are great and you should be passionate about them. You should love them. You should try them all. You should do all the things. You should be a product of the product. But why deep down are you passionate about this business? Do you believe that this can help change your life and change others' lives? I still struggle with that doubt every single day when I go to talk to someone and it creeps up and I think, can I really help this person? I'll even tell you, sometimes people will message me. This one mama, she had been doing Beachbody workouts, and it just is what it is. I mean, everybody's different. We all have a different story, and sometimes we can't help people, and that's okay too. But she had some diastasis problems, and she started walking, and she's like, I stopped doing Beachbody and now I'm walking and I'm finally losing weight. Well, she couldn't do any of the workouts because of her diastasis, so of course she wasn't losing weight. But I just thought, I'm failing. No, step back, reevaluate, and believe that you can help somebody. I know I can help people with this business, but it's more than just the products. What are you passionate about? Why are you passionate about it? How have you changed? And then the last one, number 5, what do you want your future to look like? What do you want your future to look like? I remember someone asking me this and putting together a dream board, and I just put like a house with a yard and all of these big dreams. Why did I want my life to look like that? Because we were living with a parking lot on a dangerous road, and I wanted my kids to be able to play in the yard like they did tonight. They were outside till 8:05, 8:06, whatever it was, and there were bugs biting them, and we were spraying the hose, and after mommy yelled and we finally chilled out, like we were in the dirt planting flowers, and I just looked at my son throwing hoops into the basket, and he was so happy. And I just thought, this is what I dreamed about my life looking like, rather than my kids not being able to go outside because we had a scary parking lot. What do you want your life to look like? A little bit? Guess what, guys? We cannot predict the future. We cannot control the future. But you know what? We do have a little bit of control. God gives us that. He really does, with our choices and with different things that we do and our ability to work and our ability to dream and set goals. God does gift us that. He really does. And even though some things look totally different and some things have been hard and not gone the way I envisioned or planned, that's okay. But what do you want your life to look like, and why? Put it out there and write it down. Be specific. And then I want you to dig deep and find your why. Why are you doing this business? If you don't know and your why is not big enough, then maybe you're just not ready yet. Maybe you need a smaller why for now. That's okay. Sometimes those small whys can get you to that first goal. And then when you get to that first goal, you see what you are capable of. You see what's possible. And from there, I want you to be brave and dare greatly and write a new why. Maybe you're ready for that new why. Maybe you're ready to just, write something down that's scary and big and is going to push you to dream. And I can't tell you what your why is. I can tell you this: if you tell me your why, I might be able to dig into it and say, is that really your why? And help you figure out how to make it a little bigger. But that's all I have for you tonight. So I want you to answer these questions, and I want you to share them with someone, like for reals. Message them to me. Right, Christina? You're so cute. I love it. All right, so what can you provide that others can't? What do you want to be known for? Why do you want to help? What are the reasons you are passionate about this? And what do you want your future to look like? Answer those questions and then see if you can figure out what your why is for being here. Is it big enough to keep you going, even when you're making zero and you go backwards? And even when you have someone return like 2 ultimate resets, like I had one time, and I just went, no, my world is ending. Or when you have someone that messages you telling you that you are the worst person ever because you didn't get back to her in a timely manner and she'd already switched coaches and blah, blah, blah. I mean, really, those things happen. And those can sink you into the depths of despair if you're anything like me. But you know what? When you have a why that's deep and you have a God that's bigger than any of that, you take a deep breath, you say a prayer, you ask for help, you remember your why, and you keep going. You keep going because it's worth it. It's totally worth it, and it's totally possible. So there you go. Find your why, my loves. It's 10 p.m. I will post this recording tomorrow. I'm not going to promise posting it tonight because I am quite done with this day. Oh, but I love you all, and I thank you so much for being here. I am planning a Zoom every Thursday night unless some weird, crazy things happen, but hopefully not. And I want to go through this book together because I think there are some really, really great principles that are going to make us feel a little scared, and they're going to push us a little bit farther, and then they're going to get us to those goals that we are going to set together. So I'm very excited, and I'm thankful for you all. If you have any questions, comments, and anything like that, just shoot me a message. I'm going to post these questions in Team Abundant Life, and I am expecting all of you to give me your answers or to send them to your upline. Okay, so do that. All right, my friends, I will catch you all later. Good night.